Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. The very first time I saw a Team Skull Grunt, or whatever they're supposed to be called, I just left the screen going where he was throwing up gang signs continually. It reminded me of what happens the first time you notice that in Sonic 06 the characters just continually talk. It's not related to anything, I just felt like saying something about why I was saying that. Anyway, hi. This is... I forgot to title this the correct number alphabet stream. This is probably... Hold on a second. Sorry. I should remind everyone that this is, by definition, not professional, so... Let me see if I can get the title correct. Today should be the 29th if the 28th was the last one, so let's fix that. Okay, good. Good. That appears to be fixed. Alright, so I believe last time we ended with Diago's Dungeon, a Delver's Delight, which was not a delight to any Delver that I know of. Today we have Diamond Dungeon by Bomber50. Diamond Dungeon awaits a Smite Master to exterminate the place. See if you have what it takes to reach the bottom. Bomber50. I'm sure I've played something by Bomber50 before. I'm just not completely sure what it was. This is gun throw based, so it has a very good chance of being good. On top of the probability of it being good skyrockets if it's a name I've actually seen on forums recently, it seems like. So let's take a look. Diamond Dungeon, Level 1. Entering Diamond Dungeon, you feel slightly creeped out. None of the exterminators have ever made it past level 3 of this dungeon. Perhaps you can break the trend and make it to the bottom. Thanks for what's the word I'm looking for? Narrating my feelings to me? That's not the word I'm looking for, though. Not narrating, but oh well. I hope you know what I mean anyway. So let's see, there's all these buttons. What do I need to do? I just need to kill the roaches, so I need this guy to come over here, this guy to come up here so they can pass through the arrow. What does this do? This closes a particular thing, but I don't know why I would bother worrying about that. So what does this do? This opens that. So if he comes through here and opens that, I assume that's a good thing. I don't know why I care about closing those doors. I assume I just want this guy to come down here and come to me. So I need to open this door. Pushing that closes those doors. Oh, what a nightmare to look at this is. Well, why is there this orb in the middle of nowhere? It doesn't make any sense. Okay. So... is there scripting? What does this orb have to do with anything, or this door? Okay, fine, so there's no way to close this door. That door is closed by that orb and opened by that orb, which I don't know how to hit. So I shouldn't push that orb because I can't open this door if I close it. This is toggled by those two, which is whatever. I can just hit a toggle twice, right? What in the world am I looking at? There's no potions here. Why is there a button that's just there? Maybe I don't know. I tried looking at what this room has to try and understand it, but frankly it's just incomprehensible. There's something that looks like it would have to be scripting or else complete nonsense. And I don't know what the scripting says to do, so I guess I'll just proceed as if everything's fine and hope for the best. Okay. And now it's just that roach. So to kill that roach I have to pull him south through here. He'll open that door, I need to open that door to get it down. But when I hit that orb to open that door, I'm going to lock myself in, and I have absolutely no idea how I'm supposed to be able to not lock myself in. I could open that door and somehow go north of here, but there's no way to go that far north. There's also no way to open that door, so... What? What? I don't understand. This room makes no sense. This room is unsolvable unless there's some way to get in here to reopen that door. And even if I do that, I need to somehow reopen that door too. There's no way to get there either, once I've done this to get that guy out. So this room is incomprehensible. It looks like a guess the scripting room based on the fact that there's a door I can't open. Alright. Well, how's that for a first impression? This room looks more sensible, maybe? Maybe? Perhaps? Okay. Is this like a... Is there somewhere you can change roles or something? I really don't know what's going on here. Well, I can't possibly survive that. So maybe I was supposed to do something else before? No, they're not pressure plates or anything, so there's no way for the roaches to interfere with each other's opening mechanisms. They're all orbs. The only way to open this door is to push this orb. And then if I move north or south, I die. If I turn my sword more than once, if I turn my sword, then I'm in a position where any move dies. Oh, okay. That's much simpler. Okay, so I can do that. And then what? I'm still gonna die if I make too many moves, so... So how can I survive opening this door again? I can't reclose it after I do that. Can't do that. So my only move to survive is to stand here and hit that orb twice. And then after I do that, there's no way to kill these guys, because if I reopen the door, then there's all... Hang on. Maybe I can... Ah, there we go. That doesn't help. That doesn't help enough. Okay, I got it. I need to do that, and then jiggle these guys out of there as well. And now I can just pull myself west into it. Okay, this room is sensible. The room above it is just completely impossible because there's a door. There's an orb behind a wall that I can't possibly get to in that room without some, like, ability to turn into a seep or something. Anyway, here's a room with, brained? It can't be brained. There's no brain. This is just, deal with ortho roaches being surrounded by. It's not very hard overall as far as ortho roaches go. It's just kind of interesting because it's not something you see a lot. Maze strats. Go backwards. So the only way to get here is to come from there. To get here, I have to come from somewhere aligned horizontally with it, which is to say there, I guess. Good heck. Look at this mess. Why is this mess? This is a mess. Just... what? Okay, well, there is nothing vertically aligned with that, so I can only possibly hope to get there by coming from here, which then has to come from here, and that comes from here, which comes from here, but there's no way to get... well, I mean, I could go up up to get there. So I need to go here. So I need to go here. That's a west tunnel, so it'll go there. These will just cycle back and forth. That's not helpful. Nothing. There's nothing I can do to be vertically aligned here, so I can't come from there. To get here, I must instead come from there. To get there, I have to come from here. And there's like 16 ways to get there. Looks like I can start by doing this. Good heck, why? Oh, no, gotta go this way. That way, that way, that way. Alright. But it's not. This is Bomber 50. This is a hold by Bomber 50 made for Gunthrow. So yeah, that existed. I got 6th place because I did some bumping in the middle of the maze, and I don't know, maybe it wasn't as direct as it could have been. So yeah. Really weird to see that in this, isn't it? So let's see, what's this business? If I try to stand on a button myself, I'll get trapped. So, using my knowledge, what I learned from the earlier thing, probably this is what you want to do. Are force arrows or something? What's going on with this? All these do is open those doors. Okay. Oh yeah, back swipe, that's all. Very simple. Good. I still don't understand what in the world anyone was thinking with this room. Like, how is this supposed to be possible? Like, if I were to somehow... Okay, that roach can only be pulled down through here, which requires opening this orb. Hitting this orb closes that door, which can only be opened by this orb. This orb is impossible to reach, so this room is actually functionally impossible unless there's hidden scripting. So I presume there's hidden scripting that I haven't seen or noticed yet. And I'm saving that room for last, if at all. What is this mess? Okay, well, I hope these are supposed to be unrelated rooms. Okay, I can't do anything with that, so they must not be. I'll have to pull in a roach from somewhere else. What do you want? Maybe I'll want to pull in a roach from somewhere else for that one. What about this one? What do you do? Okay, there. Now I've got a roach behind me who can help me with one or more of those other rooms. That door's open. Careful with how I lead him. I'm a bit wise to this trick after seeing it in the Cheap Tricks compilation, What's His Name, who won the first prize. It's just like, yeah, you gotta do a thing with another roach. Okay. I need to make more space between me and this guy, because as it stands, he's too close. Yes, Larry Merc. That's right. I should totally have made a reference to that in Dalek's Pepper. Okay, so the problem fundamentally is that I don't have enough space between me and this roach to make me to do any good in that room. Because the only thing I can think of is letting the roach out, is leading the roach in here while I'm not in there. Like it's up here and I'm down here. There's no way to get that much space between me and that roach, at least not as far as I can tell. Maybe I'm wrong though. Let's see. Maybe I need to, like that, but the other way around. So I need to find some way. I need to rotate this the other way. So I need to come around like that. If it's going... Okay, I think I have the right idea here. Ugh, I kind of... Ugh. Anyway, I think I have the right idea here where what I need is to basically be able to pull a roach into that section and pull a roach into this section and pull a roach into that section also, perhaps, or something. If I'm making some fundamental mistake that will make it impossible for me to solve the room after I try it for a long time, then go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, I'd prefer to figure it out on my own if I can. I mean, I think I've figured it out. I think I'm figuring this part out just fine. So now there's this whole cache of roaches in there. I can just pull one or more of them out to deal with the other issues that I'm having here. Let's see. I guess I didn't know about it in Dalek when I was making Dalek's Pepper. I totally would have made like a cheap trick room where there wasn't an actual treat, you know, something resembling that room with like a reference to it in some like the Cheap Trick DLC, blah blah blah. Anyway, probably no one even knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, I need you a good distance away. That's plenty of distance. And then how do I push you onto the button, though? Maybe I need more than one of you? Let's see. I don't think I can get more than one to be that far away. Maybe that room is just solvable without doing this. I'm a bit stubborn, though. Let's see. Oh, of course. I don't need him to be... I don't need to remote control this one because I actually have to hit an orb when I'm through, so... We want to... What we want instead is I need him to come in and help me do this the right way. There we go. I've got a supply of roaches, so I don't have to worry about keeping anybody in this room alive. This is a really convoluted set of orbs, though. I guess it's just... This feels like this setup of orbs is specifically so that I have to kill all the roaches in this room. I forgot I couldn't go that way. It looks like I can go that way, but I can't. Alright. Is this room really anything to fret about? Feels like this room's fine. Okay, so it was really just the relationship that I needed that room to do this room and that room. I needed a roach to do the bottom right, no, top right and bottom left rooms for me. Alright. Lots of save points in this room. Is that a challenge scroll? I bet it is. What's it say? Get ready, all stupid spiders. What? Okay, that's not a challenge scroll. I don't know what it means, but... Okay. I guess I'd better get ready, though. Self-deprecating humor. Oh. Have I already messed up? That's the thing I don't know with this kind of room. I hope I haven't already messed up. Well, I don't want anybody stepping on that button. What's this one? I probably was supposed to carry a roach behind me or something. That's what all this design is telling me about. Huh. What in the world? Okay, hang on. Let's actually examine this. This opens that door, so I have to go all the way around to get here. This is closed by that, but reopened anytime I hit that, so that's fine. I can't let anything stand on those buttons or it'll close this door and I won't be able to exit. Okay. How do I get to the queens? I have to open this door with that to kill that queen, and with that to kill that queen. So this is something about pulling roaches out with me, which a lot of these rooms seem to be about. The first and most obvious step is this, but I'm not really sure what else I'm supposed to do afterward. So I'm going to try leaving those queens alive and see what happens. So right now, oh, nope, I can't leave all those queens alive. I have to kill the ones facing any direction that's going to be a problem for me, so that means these, maybe those other three I can leave alive if I need to for some reason. So we don't want a roach. Well, dang it. Okay, no. I can't just let the roaches through, because one of them will go stand on that arrow. Oh, wait. I don't care if it stands on an arrow, do I? Being trapped on an arrow does not matter, does it? Okay, so I really don't know what the point of all this construction is then. I know I need to push that button, and then I can just push this button and get another roach if I need him. This definitely involves bringing a roach or a queen somewhere. There is no way it would be constructed like this if it didn't involve something of that flavor. But I have absolutely no idea what it is that this is supposed to actually be about. So, okay, there's almost no way to bring a roach here without being past the door, which means I have to somehow push one of these queens in there. There's no way to do that if I trap the queens, so I have to push a queen like this, and then, I guess, get out of the way, pull a queen out, be very careful in my placement of things. Alright, I guess I should just do this next. Okay, that's kind of a problem. What did I kill? Didn't even notice that was there. Well, now there's no way to push a queen anywhere, is there? Oh wait, no, I can just, okay, seriously. You're just annoying. These two are just annoying. There's no reason why there needed to be more roaches coming in from that direction. There's already enough roaches coming in from everywhere else. Okay, one queen where I need her to. One queen coming down the path. Now what? Oh, I probably have to time it. Okay, fine. Let's see, when did I need her to go? I need her to go so she traps herself about here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. I only just now read that, sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go. I'll be focusing on surviving, and making sure the queen goes where she needs to go. And there. Now there's a roach in her way, so she won't go running off into the trapping herself zone. I need her to go spawn there, so that's just one extra turn wait. No, it's 2 extra turns wait. Okay. There we go. Now, how do I... Okay, I can easily push this queen west into where she needs to go. Provided she doesn't spawn again in that time, which is rather difficult to guarantee, so I guess I should push her to spawn there. So how many am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already lost track now. Okay, well, I'll just have to guess randomly and then see what happens. Okay, that's 1 too early, I think. 1 too late, so do this a turn sooner. Kindly die, sir. Okay. That should do it. Yep. That'll do it. Now I can just go kill everybody. It just seems like there's an awful lot of red herrings in this room as far as the actual solution goes. Because there's just all these queens, and there's this weird star formation that makes you think, oh, I gotta make sure the queens don't trap themselves or whatever. But no, it's just push one queen down one path with some well-timed spawns. Assuming I'm getting the intended solution, of course. Which I don't know why this wouldn't be it. Okay, I need you to not push any more roaches up into the area I have to go past a force arrow for, thank you. Alright. Not too bad, ultimately. Just a little perplexing to look at. Okay, that's an interesting construction. Oh, I've been arching my back backwards. Alright, what am I looking at here? This room actually has something that will let me hit an orb over there, so what's all this about? Oh no. What is this mess? This is mess. I don't need this. What in the world is all this? Great. Okay, well, I need the queen to go this way first. So I have to open this, and that door. So, okay, I definitely need to hit this orb. So I need to hit this orb before I try to open that door. So after I hit this orb, I might try to hit this orb. So face that way and then do this. So I'm gonna guess that I should do that. After which I need to hit this, I need to open this door, and I need to open that door. There's like 17 ways to do those things. What if I just da 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 da? No, I have to reopen this door again, so I have to hit that again. If I do that, then I'm going to be closing that door. So I should go hit that. This is just giving me like a mind ache. I'm just going to try random combinations until one of them works because this is too frustrating to think about. Wait, is that it? Did I do it? Was that a success? This is open, that's open. They're all open. Okay. Alright then. Why was why? Why was why? I don't know. I just know I need to push this queen properly somehow. Okay, there. Well, random guessing worked, so I guess it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But oh man, if I'd had to actually think about that really hard, I would not have been able to do it, I don't think. I don't know what the purpose is of that whole, like, construction of one-wayness. I'm not sure if there's a good reason why it needs to be like that. I don't know. This room as well. I mean, I noticed there's a cracked wall on the other side of the door. On the other side of this exit here, there's a cracked wall over there, right there. So, let's see. Now what? Why? Oh. Okay. So... Okay. Uh-huh. Now what? Well, that trick doesn't work here. This trick does. That was not very hard. It's down here. 5th place tie. Uh-huh. Let's see. Open. Close.
My name is Beethro.
Thank you, I know. Ah, there's what it does. So I need to not hit any of those, I guess. And I need to bring the roach. Okay. So that's very simple. This is a roach behind you maze. It's not necessarily easy, but it's simple to understand what it is the room wants from me once I know what it is that the buttons do. So let's see. That's bad. I guess I need to have him hugging me for the moment. Like, it's really obvious what is a bad move here, basically. Do I want him just next to me like before? No. I need some distance of some sort. Yeah, okay, I don't know why that arrow was there, because I didn't need it. And then here I can get lots of distance. If I'm careful, I can keep most of the distance. I gotta gradually let him come closer so that he won't step on a door. Alright. Just a little closer. I said door when I meant button. Or rather pressure plate. I say button to mean pressure plate, and I say haste to mean speed, so you know. Alright, very nice room. Can't say I haven't made something similar but smaller myself. Alright then, that's that room. I don't know why it required clearing this room to get to that room, but... Like, I don't know what the logical connection is between them, if that makes any sense. I wouldn't be questioning it if it were a perfectly linear room. Here's a secret room with a billion roach queens. Because someone wanted a billion roach queens, they said, yeah, give me a billion roach queens, please. And the guy at Roachburger was like, are you sure about that? They're kind of expensive, and they make roaches all the time. They're not really worth it. And they were like, yeah, give me 1,000,000. That's what I want. I love the generous number of checkpoints. This must have been made before Unlimited Undo, which I guess was invented in TSS. I really already forgot that. There, one more queen down. I'm just trying to go down the road from top to bottom, I think. Seems like a sensible way to try to do it. It's like, I don't know, I guess at some level a room like this maybe made sense back when you didn't have Unlimited Undo, but now that you have it, it's just sort of like, oh, this will be solved eventually. It's just like annoying to do so. Yeah, I know. This room is just annoying no matter how you play the game, though. This room is constructed out of sheer annoyance and tedium, frankly. Like, if you want to know what tedium looks like, just put roach queens like this. That's what tedium is in Deadly Rooms of Death dictionary. Like you could look up tedium in the Deadly Rooms of Death promotional dictionary thing, the official dictionary based on the lore and universe and of the 8th, and it would be this room. Maybe Deadly Tedium would be a good name for it. Because it's like it's boring, but it can still kill you. Which is a really strange combination to have to worry about. But apparently Delvers have to worry about it all the time. I don't know, maybe it's more exciting when you're actually swinging around, when you're actually a super strong person swinging around a giant sword. And all I have to do is press a key to swing the sword. It's just kind of dull to do this. And this is all this room is. I gotta face north for that, so I have to clear everything below me first. What a pain. Am I missing something? Is there a secret switch to make fire traps exist in this build, and then like fire traps explode under all the Roach Queens? That's what someone should do. Make a secret room that looks like it's going to be like this. Wait for the player to kill exactly like 2 of the Roach Queens, and then have something like some kind of scripting trigger that just instantly kills all the remaining queens. That would be funny. And entertaining, and probably interesting to optimize, because you'd have to figure out just like what the condition is for making the queens die all at once, and like how to do it really. That might be an interesting room to optimize, I guess is all I'm saying. Whereas this, I imagine, is a monumental pain to optimize, and not very interesting still. It's just, yeah, kill the queens. Kill all the queens. Make sure not to die to the roaches on your way to kill the queens. This is like a Call of Drod. I don't know. That's not a very good pun. Okay, maybe I can make some headway and kill queens down in the south area first. First, I need there to not be an eternally longer... First, I need there not to be an endless stream of roaches coming straight at me from the west. That would be really helpful. Maybe I can't do that, because there's always some guy coming in from the north. There, one more queen down, and I shouldn't stand on force arrows. I really doubt I'm gonna make it past the first level of this room without some, like, direct, here's what the point of it is in that room with the button that's behind a wall. An orb that's behind the wall. Like, without someone directly telling me what the gimmick or trick is to that I'm not seeing, I'm basically not going to solve that room. Or without being really lucky in discovering the trick myself, just completely by accident, but that seems like not a thing. That seems like an unwise thing to wait for on stream, that's all. Oh, come on. Just let me kill this one queen. I only want to kill one queen at a time, you know, I'm not that demanding. Okay. One more down. Alright, I'll show you what I was talking about. It doesn't make any sense to me. There's an orb and a door both behind a wall, and it's like, if you were able to hit that orb, then you'd be able to maybe leave the room. Maybe. Except that it would also require you to go past something that you have to... I mean, I don't know, maybe it's... If there were some way to hit the orb that's behind the door, that opens something that something you have to hit closes, then it would be plausible that maybe there's some manipulation of the roaches that doesn't require you to go the place I think I have to go first, first. And in that case, you wouldn't have to, you would be able to still open the last door. There's a lot of doors. It's impossible to describe in words. Just that there's a door you have to close, and the only way to reopen it is behind a door you can't reach because it's behind a wall. And I don't understand what's going on if it's not scripted. Okay, come on, let me go west. It won't let me go west. I should try going north, I guess. Okay, one more queen gone. What have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 queens left out of 25, so that's not a bad number. Let's see, if I think about this, originally there were going to be 50 roaches being produced every turn, but you're basically guaranteed to be able to kill about 4 of the roach queens, so I guess that means about 42 roaches being produced every turn, except that the geometry of the level blocks off a lot of them from being able to reach you, so you don't get into the completely trapped situation where there are greater than 30 roaches coming towards you every turn and you can never get past the flood. Alright, another one bites the dust. Oh no, I think this... the expression of being in a video game and slowly killing off your enemies one by one, somehow it just works a lot better in like an action game or a stealth game or something with a large amount of a very dynamic style of game as opposed to this very static style of game. It works much better in. It doesn't feel as tedious in a lot of ways. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but because it's like there's actually some kind of meaningful challenge to the idea of going after the queens, going after the individual enemies one at a time, being like, yeah, it's another one down. And you get some kind of meaningful reward for each one that's not just not having to deal with them anymore. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to say that an action game is a better place for something where you just have a whole lot of this enemy and you gotta take them down one at a time, have fun. 31st place. I wonder if the way those arrows were aligned was somehow made so that you could actually direct roach queens to all bunch up on a wall or something. I didn't really see for sure anything like that, but maybe. Alright. So I haven't seen a way to get to any other rooms on this level, so I think this is the only one left. Alright, so let me explain the problem again. This roach, there's no way for me to go north of this row that roach is in, because there's force arrow here and a force arrow there. Well, nope, yeah, this is south of there, so I can't go north of this row. If I could go north of this row, then I could pull this roach north through that place and somehow get it around everywhere else, but I can't do that. My only option is to pull this roach east, south, and west again, which means going through here, which opens that, which doesn't seem to be very beneficial, and then going through here, which means opening this door. Opening this door means pushing that orb. Pushing that orb closes this door. Closing this door means I have to push that orb, and that orb is behind a wall. There's wall on every single one of these tiles, and no way to hit that orb. How is that supposed to be possible? There are no potions in this room, and there is nothing, I've encountered nothing in this level that lets me, for example, change my player role to Seep or something that could actually go like with a power token and hit that orb. Also, there's no power token in this room, even if I could do that. For some reason, pushing this orb opens that door. Is it? Which one? Oh, good heck. Is it? That explains it. Okay then. Maybe this room is very straightforward and just like intentionally confused me or something. I don't know. So I gotta go... Why didn't this work before then? I did something like this before. Okay, well, push this in then. Push that. Well, what in the world? How did this not work before? I don't understand anything. Why are there all these other connections that don't have anything to do with anything? What? I still have a problem with this room, because why is it designed this way? There's like 10 billion connections that don't mean anything, and they're all just red herrings, and they just make the room impossible to comprehend, and it's very easy to just miss a connection because of that. Like, if there was just the one important connection and not this weird thing behind a wall, I wouldn't have been confused, because I'd be like, well, this has to connect to something, so let me look around the room more. But when I click this and I see that's blue, my brain just tracks straight to this and doesn't notice the orange way over there. You know? It's just annoying. And if I didn't have the ability to click on things and see what triggered what, that room would be impossible. Anyway. But I mean, granted, that ability has been around for feels like forever, so... Entering level 2, you notice perhaps why no one has ever made it past level 3. Some of the floor seems very unsafe and insecure. You should probably give it some self-help books. Fortunately, your ability to avoid falling into pits should help here, but the Roach Queens rumored to infest the area may prove a tougher challenge. Oh, you mean like the Roach Queens, like the ones I just fought in the last level? Yeah, Roach Queens exist, sure. Who got a first place tie, anyway? Here's, not a Roach Queen. That's not a Roach Queen. That's a Wraithwing. To kill this Wraithwing, you've gotta push it against a wall because it's a Wraith Queen, not a... It's a Wraith Queen? This is a Wraithwing, not a Roach Queen. Yeah. I can't see a way to kill it against the green door, so I'm gonna look for some way to get it up against some wall and kill it on a trap. Kill it while I'm standing on a trap door. I don't know I don't know that it'll work, but I'm gonna look for a way to do that. It always slips diagonally if I try, though. And then it's always way past where I can reach, so I don't know if that'll work either. One Wraithwing, I understand the concept of what I call scissoring, where you go diagonal and then you go diagonally away from it and then toward it again to make it go just wherever you want to, as long as you have enough space to move in. But there's no room to scissor here to put it onto the right wall where you need it to be. Is there something about the way it starts out that's helpful? I don't think so. I have to move here. Basically, up until I'm here, the room is completely set, and there's no way to make it go any way other than the way that it goes. So, my moves are effectively starting from right here, this position. All of my available moves are based on starting in that position. So, what can I do to kill the Wraithwing from there? I feel like I should definitely leave one of these loops available, but I don't know how that could possibly help, because there's no way to make the Wraithwing sit on a wall the way I need it to with only that much room to work with. If only I could make my sword reach one more tile. Do I have to do something where, like, I pull him over past a wall, like after he's in the place where he's not in a wall? He won't come close because I'm here. He'll still be far away for that whole time, so that's not useful. Am I wrong? Is there some way to kill him against the green door? Because I don't see that happening. If I move anywhere north of here, he'll just run away and become impossible to kill. What am I missing? I mean, aside from, like, basic knowing how to kill a Wraithwing in general. I guess that's all I'm missing, huh? I mean, I can maybe temporarily stick the Wraithwing on the other side of the green door. That seems like a plausible, possible thing I can do, but I have absolutely no idea how that could possibly be useful. Yeah, now he's on the other side of the green door, and there's no way to keep him there to go north, but I can put him there, I guess. I'm probably just better off not trying this room. It's impossible for me. For now, at least. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Sure. Yeah. Okay. What am I looking at? Okay. Alright. That can't be right. Well, now I can't possibly kill that guy, so that can't be right. I hope there's no good reason why I shouldn't just do this to begin with. So, my understanding is that I'm supposed to hit some of these orbs, but not all of them, in some kind of really convenient way that toggles these guys so that they don't get stuck. So I have to hit some, but not all of them. I'm guessing I shouldn't hit that one. That one seems like a very easy one to avoid hitting, but I don't know how to hit the orbs in general in a way that's helpful in this situation. If I hit that one, then I have to go here, and by the time I've done that, that guy is always going to be somewhere really unhelpful. So, there's no reason I could possibly imagine why that wouldn't be a valid move to start with. If I pull him out, which I have to do from the north side of him, then I absolutely have to hit this orb, because otherwise there's no way to ensure that I can pull him the rest of the way out. Having hit that orb, I have to hit this orb too, but I can't leave it open for more than one turn or else that guy will get stuck. And then I need to hit this orb, but I can't hit this orb because that guy's gonna get stuck now. Okay. That's kind of a problem. Yeah. So... what? There's not some insane trickery where I have to, like, use that roach to trap another roach so it doesn't go where it wants to go. That's not even possible because everything's behind force arrows. I have to start with this. There's nothing else I can do. And if I've done that, then I need to be to the southeast of that guy. And I have to do this. But doing this is really unhelpful. It immediately makes that guy trapped. Trapping that guy means that I have to go do something other than hit this orb, because hitting this orb makes him completely trapped. So I would have to go hit this orb, but I can't hit this orb and then hit that orb because then I'll be stuck. So that can't be right. Let's try that. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. And then I can just open the doors. Okay. That wasn't as bad as it looked. Thank you for the suggestion. That was basically it. At least I recognized right from the beginning that one of those roaches didn't need me to hit any of the orbs. Here's another star asterisk formation. I think Bomber 50 really likes asterisks for some reason. It's just like a wonderful thing that he likes to do. What is all this mess anyway? Okay, hang on. I should probably look at what this is. So, this opens that door and closes those doors. These are toggled in weird ways. Oh, okay. These doors are opened. Okay. So I need to open all 6 doors to kill the queens, right? There's no other way I could kill the queens but to open all those doors. And once I kill the queens, I can exit, but only if I have hit that orb, if I've hit that. And in order to hit that, I need to hit this. Fine. Is this closed by anything? Why is this opened by 2 different things? Whatever. So, yeah. I just hit these, and that's good. The only problem is that these are toggled by these, so let me think. 1, closed. 2, open. Now there's 2 here. 3, closed. So there's a 3rd one, there's a 4th one here. 5, wait. Closed 1. Oh yeah, 5 is going to be closed. There will be 5 here, and then 6, and that will be open. But with 2 of these queens, that door will always be open. I don't have to worry about it because they're both spawning every 30 turns, so they both always open this door. They toggle it twice, so it's open. On this one, the parity is wrong, because if 1 opens, 1 close, 2 opens, 3 close, 4 opens? No, that can't be right. There's some kind of trick, right? Let's just see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention to what kind of button this is. So you have 1, 2, 3. You have basically this many turns to already be killing that queen, to already be like here. You have to step here on this turn, or else that door is closed forever. So you have to do this fast, about that fast, I guess. And it doesn't matter how fast you do it as far as this one's concerned, I guess. Well, no. Yeah. You also have to get to the other queen very quickly after getting to the first queen. So what you have to do is also open this door, which involves hitting that button. You basically need to go hit these, and hit that button last, and not stand on this door. Not let anything stand on this door as you're busy doing your work. and either leave no monsters behind or leave a monster behind that will stand on this after you leave so that you can... wait, no. You have to leave no monsters behind because otherwise something will stand on this door. Something will stand there and close this door where you can't kill the rest of the monsters. And then you have to walk all the way over here and press this so that those will be open. And then you have to go here, go back through there, go here, and go back through there. What a mess. Okay, well, let's just try killing everything. That's not gonna work. Okay, hang on. What was I thinking? I want to hit the eastern orb last, so maybe I'll start facing this way. It would be nice if I could leave a Wraithwing alive, because the Wraithwing will stand on the door for me. Well, no, that doesn't even matter. If I'm leaving anything alive, then it should be a Wraithwing, because I did the wrong order. I wanted to hit that one and then go this way. If I leave anything alive, it should be a Wraithwing, because a Wraithwing won't stand on the button and won't close my way behind me. That's what I was trying to say. So I can pretty much ignore the Wraithwing that's down in that south area. That queen's gonna give me trouble. I'm gonna have to go kill her. And now I could ignore this Wraithwing. I'm already way too far behind. So what did I do wrong? Well, let's say I don't kill that queen, because she's just going to spawn something in a way that won't actually cause me any trouble, so why bother? By the time I'm standing out here, the roach she spawns won't actually bother me. Won't actually be able to close the door that I don't want closed. I don't care about the Wraithwing, but there's still no way to be there that fast. So maybe... I don't know, should I try doing it this way? Go in a proper cycle? Like, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna have to go the long way around at some point. Also, I have to deal with the roaches that get spawned, which basically means wasting several turns doing that. Because I can't turn around if that guy's in the way. I have to go deal with this before I can move on. After hitting that orb, I basically have no choice but to turn around and deal with all these roaches. And that wastes like 30 turns just on sword turning. And now there's two queens in the place I don't care about, but I'm basically just as slow as before, and there's absolutely no way to fix it. Also, I do care about those queens, because if they're there, and I start going here, then they're going to close the door on me, so I have to kill them. Yeah, I don't know. That's way too efficient for me. I don't know how to do this one. Let's go see what's down. That's the exit. Let's go see what's up this way. More hallway. More hallway. Here's a room with another Wraithwing. And there's another Wraithwing. I gotta kill the Wraithwings. You know? Here I'm probably supposed to just somehow arrange things to where one Wraithwing... Oh, God. This involves manipulating two Wraithwings at once, which is not something I know how to do at all. Okay, well, that was lucky. That just felt lucky. Anyway, that happened. That guy over there has nightmares about... he has nightmares about eyes. If he sees an eye charging, he will panic. So any woken eye will panic, or he'll panic Will he panic if, I don't know. Well, whatever. Basically, the rules of this room are don't wake any eyes. Got it. What's this do? Guess I need that. That'll let me kill more eyes. I don't know how I did that. It happened for me. It just feels like that happened for me and I didn't have any real say in the matter. It just sort of fixed itself. I don't comprehend two Wraithwing phenomena, just in general. How in the world? Oh wait, I can hit this now. What's that do? Oh, okay. Now I can go around. That's actually one situation where closing a door is helpful. So how can that guy see an eye charging if it's all behind these walls? Alright, that takes care of all that. Should I be paying attention to whatever's behind all that nonsense over there? Or is that just a mechanism to ensure that I kill all the eyes before I go over here? Alright, I guess that's all that is. What's this? It just closes all the doors. Every single one of them. Alright then. I guess that's just a mechanism to make absolutely sure that I didn't let him close all the doors. Anyway, so yeah, this is not, I guess, the scripting kind of old, where there's scripting, the scroll is like, yo, here's what the scripting is, man. That eye just existed, and that's all there was to it. Everyone knows on Ortho Squares you can move much more freely than you think you can. That doesn't rhyme and it doesn't sound like a song, but it's the truth. You can get away with basically a lot of things that feel wrong because you're so used to everyone being able to move diagonally. Anyway, here's some briars from here. Before we had ice, we just had bridge in the iceworks. This looks like a thing. Oh boy. Okay, I need to put a mimic here. And at some point, I guess I'll want to put a mimic here. Yeah, I'll need to put a mimic there as well. Somebody has to stand here while somebody else is waiting to kill that roach. So wait. Do I have a choice but to do that? It doesn't seem like I do. I have to put a mimic in that room. And he might as well stay there, except that he can't because he has to go north. He has to go north or else I won't be able to open the red door. There's no way. I can't do it with me with myself alone. Do I just want to hit that to begin with? I can't do that. There has to be a guy. I have to put a guy in here, and I have to put a guy in there. So there's no guys left to do anything else with. I can't not have a mimic in front of me here, which leaves me only the option of killing him. So what was the point of there being that mimic potion at all? I have to step on this mimic potion because I have to break all the trapdoors. So if I do that, gotta kill that, and that mimic has to eventually go north. You might as well do it now. Because there's somewhere on ahead that I can't do. Well, he probably shouldn't do it now, but... I can do all this by myself. There's absolutely no way I can kill that roach in this state, though. How in the world is that supposed to be possible? Hang on. Say I put him way over here. I have to move north. I have to go farther north. I guess I just can't let him go northwest? Okay. That's a little simpler, but then I need to just do this without ever making a move that is northwest. Okay. But now how do I kill these? How do I deal with this? This is a place where if I go that way, then I'll have to loop around and I'll be stuck, and if I go this way, I'll have to loop around and I'll be stuck. And if I tried to let the Mimic take care of it, he would have to have a walkway, which I guess I can arrange. Oh no. I'll have to arrange it that way. Okay, got it. Now it's just directing this Mimic. Okay, when I first looked at this room, what my brain immediately said was, oh, I'm going to have to simultaneously command Vthrow and at least 2 Mimics to kill all the trapdoors. And that was going to be a nightmare, but once I stopped thinking about it that way, it became a lot more clear what was going on. Also, certain inevitabilities, like killing the first Mimic right away, made that much simpler. Is this just... This is just that room from, you know which room I mean? It's like there's this room where you have all these trapdoors, and there's eyes at the edges of the trapdoors, and you gotta kill all the eyes. This is just like that, but different, because they put roaches everywhere. I'm never going to make it past this. It's just, let's try it again. That's what I'll say about that. There's absolutely no way to be fast enough that you won't have a bunch of roaches to contend with, which is fine. Okay, I just needed to be on this edge instead of being on the other edge. Am I doing this? I might be doing this the hard way. Once I'm here, I know that I'm going to eventually be hitting those things, so... I should just cut off the way for roaches to come from behind me, that's all. Okay, maybe not. This looks pretty impossible. There's no way to step forward whatsoever. So that can't be right. What am I missing? I'd have to like race all the way across here without ever dealing with the roaches at all in order to make it. And that's just not possible. There's too many roaches. What am I supposed to be able to do? I mean, by this point, I'm inevitably dealing with roaches behind me. Or, like, next to me, no matter what I do. There's always 3... I basically need a speed potion to survive this situation. Am I missing something about how this room is supposed to work? Because this doesn't look possible. There's absolutely no way to get past that. When dealing with a roach horde, the ability to make tactical retreats is absolutely essential. Take that away and you get this room. How is this supposed to be possible? How many roaches are being made that I have to contend with every 30 turns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 32 roaches, so it's absolutely impossible to get through here. That's not my exit, though. Once I hit this orb, I come back through here and I can exit this way. I don't have to worry about this trapdoor path. So if I could, I would really like to break off this trapdoor path and help the way. But no matter what I do, there are way too many roaches being spawned every time. And they're all coming from both directions, so there's absolutely no way to deal with that. Like, what am I supposed to be able to do? Oh, well, that works. Okay then. I guess that's what I was supposed to do. And now I'm contending with, well, less than the huge number I had before, by an amount that should make it less than 30. I'm in the region where it just doesn't matter how many trapdoors I eat, because I'm not going to come back this way anyway. As long as I can keep the roaches from all being around here, I'm fine. And there we go. Now they won't go, okay. I have to cut this off. If I don't cut it off here, if I don't cut off the roaches like all the way across here, then they're going to go to the east. When I go here, they're going to follow me on that trapdoor, onto these trapdoors, and I won't be able to get at them. At least not as easily as I could if I otherwise can. If that makes any sense. Alright, this is manageable. And then I can do that, and no more horde. I'm presuming... oh my gosh, this mess right here. Why is this mess here? Alright, I am going to have to go back through this area. How many roaches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 7 plus 5, 12, plus 4, 16. I have to be killing 30 at a time or else I will never make it. But killing 30 at a time, I will be making it, so I'll just plus my way to victory. Good heck, now what am I supposed to be able to do about this? Because I can't cut off like I have been. So I just have to have like the perfect placement somehow. Guess I just need to charge through like this. Then I'll be stuck. I'll be stuck because of that. Oh, you're right, I can. Okay, yeah. Let's try that. Do this again. Then push things like so. Okay. Uh-oh. That's kind of a problem. I should have pushed it one more. Now they can't get me from that diagonal like that. Come on. Oh, great. There we go. Just gotta charge, basically. I would name this room Charge if I had to give it a name. The one hint that I would have for anyone trying to beat this room would be charge. Do not stop, charge. I mean, you know, stop, but charge. Whatever. You just have to know when to charge and when to stop, I guess. There's some kind of rhythm with the Roach Queens. Like, this room is still a little annoying, but I like this a heck of a lot better than that secret room. Let's just say that. So how do I can sort of... yeah, that won't work. How can I possibly survive this? Did I leave too few trapdoors to survive all this mess? What do I need to do here? I need to somehow not get killed by roaches, basically. That's kind of obvious, but... I can't stand on the arrows, either. So this is about as far as I can go. I have to be standing here. This is as far as I can be ahead, and then after that I better charge. Oh, just enough time. Alright. I don't know, I kind of like this room. As I'm getting used to it. There's a lot of little things about it that feel like they might have been designed and are interesting in some way. It still seems like it's going to be a little bit tedious to clean it all up, but there are some interesting and cool ideas here, I guess. Other way around. I needed to leave space for those two roaches that I accidentally left behind to get themselves killed in. Also, I need to remember that most of these roaches are trapped on arrows and don't matter. That's what was keeping me from moving, is I kind of forgot that for a second. Just for fun, I'm trying to maintain a combo as long as I can while doing this. The one and only way that combos are meaningful, if you're actually trying to optimize a room, then the biggest combo you can get is usually the fastest way to kill that giant bunch of monsters. Sometimes, I don't know. It's not very hard to construct a room where the only way to clear the room is to get the highest possible combo, which I think is kind of neat. Oop. I don't know if it would be a good, I don't think it would be a very good theme for a level, for like a hold or anything, but... Alright. Room is essentially clear. Just need to go clean up some eyes that I left behind. And hope that I didn't forget anything back there. I don't think I did, though. Yes. Okay. That was interesting. 24th place. So, what's left? Oh, there's still a way to go over there. I don't really want to try the rooms I haven't been able to solve again, so I want to go see what this is, and that'll probably be it. So, in this room, you must get Mimic Potion. And to get Mimic Potion, you must drive the roach. So, where do I want him first? I want him to go north. Then I need him to go west, south, south. And then I guess that's fine. You can go hit that door for me. Oh. Well, that's kind of a problem. Yeah. How am I supposed to be able to do this on limited moves? Hold on. Am I missing something? No, okay. It feels obvious that I should be taking him north first, so I'm going to try not doing that. That's literally it. Get 4 moves. It's too many buttons to make in 4 moves. I don't see how this is supposed to be possible at that few moves. I at least have to hit that one. And then maybe I could sort of jerry-rig the other ones into place. I don't know. There's no way to go... There's no way to do that, though. Okay, hang on. What if I make that one my only really important goal? So I go... Da. Then he'll hit that one for me. And the only thing left is there's no way to hit that one. Okay, so I don't want that. I gotta hit that one though. Maybe I should hit this one first. Then that. Then there's no way to make him hit that north one if I do that now. If I do this, then he will. And there's no way to hit the last one. I have to make him go south really quick, really almost right away, or else he won't hit that one. How is this supposed to work? I don't get it. There's no way. You gotta have at least 2 passageways to do this. This just does not work. Should I try to do this? Now he's like off phase and everything's all wrong. Well, I can make him hit that, but now I've already spent everything just to hit that one door. So that can't be right. I gotta start this way. This is the only way to get a decent number of these open. But if I do that, then you either hit this one or you hit that one and not both. Because he'll always be too far to the west afterward. By the time you go west, he's already too far to the west to do anything else for you. There's no way to get past this door then. And if instead I try to get that one first, then there's absolutely no way to hit the other one without not hitting the one that's important. Sure, go on, tell me. I'm missing something for sure. I'm not sure what you mean. If I think about maximizing how many doors I open, then this is the path that does exactly that. But now, the roach is too far to the west and there's no way to hit the last door. This one is like one of the middle doors, so you have to have the roach up here somewhere and go south when he's done, basically. There's two places you could theoretically store the roach, right here and right there. If he's here and I could go like south, it might help, but which one is clockwise? That's clockwise, right? That's the first one I tried, and the problem is this feels very much like it's the red herring, because it feels like, oh, you're supposed to hit this one first, but you're not, because hitting that one first, basically, you can always hit that one at the end. And so, to even start with, you have to am I overthinking it or something? This is what I started out doing, but this didn't work, as far as I recall. Do I want him just to go way over here? Well, no, he has to hit this one. I guess I could just pull him all the way to the east and hope for the best. There's no, I can't go, I'd have to have this door open. To have this door open, I'd have to hit that. And to hit that, I have to basically not do what I did before. The only way to hit that is to hit it on the way going southeast. And once I do that, I can't do that, that's impossible. If I'm in the northeast and the roach is doing anything at all, he's moving away from that plate. The only way to hit that plate is if I'm going northeast, if I'm going southeast. I mean, yeah, but the vertical preference has to be in the right place. If he's on this diagonal, then it won't help. Oh, what the heck? Why did that work? That had no business working. Okay then. Kindly die, sir. Alright, well that's that room. That room was that room. I should just, yeah. Okay. So now there's just the disproportionately hard room and the Wraithwing room and whatever's past the Wraithwing room. But what's past the Wraithwing room could be a good room that I'd understand, because, you know, so far being beyond a room doesn't seem to mean anything about the relationship between the two rooms. But I have absolutely no idea how to clear this room either. Oh, what the heck? That was completely by accident. How did I do that? Oh. Well, that's helpful. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Arrow. Alright then. Well, I've basically done all I care to do with this hole. Yeah. I don't want to touch that anymore. That's like a high efficiency of some sort, and I don't know how to do it. So, this was a very nice hold, I think, overall. I liked a lot of it. I'm debating whether to actually do anything else because that took such a long time. And there's a lot of other stuff I want to get done today. I don't think there's any shame in calling it a day, unless different methods is really easy or really quick, but I doubt it will be. I mean, look, it looks like a level select with 9 levels to pick from. Just the kind of thing that should probably start and not be at the end of the alphabet stream. Yeah, and some unnecessarily confusing nonsense that I didn't like, but a lot of stuff that I thought was cool ideas in a lot of cases. Like that roach trapdoor was interesting. It's just like you had to think about it the right way and come up with a good strategy, kind of a general strategy for it, which turned out to be time your charge to be running through a row of roaches or column of roaches just at the right time, and it works. Anyway, I think that'll be it for today's alphabet stream, just Diamond Dungeon, and that's it. We've had days I did like 6 of them in a row, so I'm not too disappointed to do just one hold. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next week, probably. Ooh. Watch me typo. All of my typos. Alright. See you later. Have a good weekend, and so on. Almost time for Halloween in a few weeks, I suppose.